Hello and a very, very, very warm welcome to the second Big Green Dome Lunch Club live.
We are so excited to be here, aren't we? Michael, are you excited to be here?
I'm so excited to be here.
What about you guys? Are you excited to be here? Can we hear you? Yeah, they're excited to be here. Fantastic.
So before we go any further, who are we?
Well, I am Caroline. And who are you?
Oh, hello, I'm Michael.
Ah, lovely. Shall we meet the rest of the team?
Oh, yes, let's
What
do that.
think?
Yeah, well, I was just thinking on a totally unrelated note, I have this paper aeroplane. I wonder if I should throw it just over the camera. Here we go. Whoa.
Hello, I'm Lynn. Hello again. Whee! Hi, I'm Ali.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Can you say hi? I'm Hannah. And I'm Claire.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, good catch.
What a little round robin to meet the team.
Oh, actually, the last people that you met, they were Martin and Steph.
Yes, for anyone who didn't know. So, Michael, shall we talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing today?
Oh, yes. So today we have some cooking.
Oh,
We have some crafts.
we do.
And we have some games.
Fantastic. And for those of you who were listening or watching us last time, Martin did some juggling with some sock balls, and we are
He
going to be
did, didn't
making
he?
use of those possibly not the same sock balls. You might be able to make some different sock balls, but using those for some games today. So very exciting little continuation on.
So should we move on to our first thing for today?
Absolutely.
Activity or thing?
Activity.
Let's go for our activity.
Activity.
Let's move on to our first activity for today, which is cooking with Hannah.
Hello, everybody. Hannah, can you say hello to everyone? Hello. Lovely. Today, we are going to be making lemonade scones together. We're very excited, aren't we, Hannah? Yeah. So you're going to need 3 ingredients. You're going to need 525 grams of self-raising flour. Should we measure that out now, Hannah? Yeah? Okay. Now just wait for the scales to go to 0. Okay, off you go. So 525 grams of self-raising flour. And then when you've put that in the bowl, you need to add in 250 millilitres of whipping cream and 250 millilitres of lemonade or 7-Up or Sprite or something like that. More, yeah. When they're all in the bowl together, you just mix it together. More, yeah, more. The least you mix it is better. You don't want to over mix it or they become a bit dense, they don't fluff up properly. Yeah, keep going, lots more. Lots, as much as you can. Get your hand off the bowl. Super. Yeah, more. Yeah, loads. Then when you've mixed it all together, yeah, more, you just roll it out onto a floured surface and put them in the oven. So it's as easy as that, really. Get your hand off the bowl so it measures it properly. So yeah, 525 grams of self-raising flour to start with.
More.
Yeah, lots more.
More.
Yeah,
More.
yeah.
More.
And it's just over halfway there, so she's got a lot more to put in her bowl. Haven't you? You've got it on your face as well. Well done. Super. Just a little bit more to go now. Yeah, keep going.
More.
Yeah, a little bit more.
More.
Yeah,
More.
yeah.
More.
Yeah.
More.
Oh, and I think we might have just about got enough. So we'll take a little bit back. And that's perfect. So we've got in there 525 grams of self-raising flour. Now we're going to add to our 525 grams of self-raising flour 250 millilitres of thick cream. So do you want to pour that into there? Super pouring. I'm going to get it all out with the spatula so we don't miss any.
We need to wrap one.
Yeah, we can do that one as well. And 250 millilitres of lemonade. Make sure it's not diet lemonade. Super. So that's all our ingredients. Once we've done that, all we do is mix it up. Would you like to mix it up with your special spoon? Good mixing. Super. So it comes together quite quickly. Do you want Mummy to do some mixing?
Has it not going in the mixer?
No, it's not going in the mixer. We're mixing it with our spoon today. Would you like Mummy to mix some?
Yeah. We are pressing it with our hands
Yeah. So we just,
in the tray.
yeah, that's what we're going to do with it. Absolutely. So there it is. It's come together like that. You don't need to mix it until it's all completely incorporated because you don't want to over mix it. There's still a bit of flour that's not in. That's fine, so that's about right. So when you've done that, you need to put some flour onto a surface so that you can roll it out or pat it out. Can you put that flour onto here? Yeah? On there. Give it a good shake everywhere. Lovely. It's like it's raining flour, isn't it? Bit more. Good girl. Bit more. Can you do some over here? Super. And a bit more over here. Lovely. Okay, so when that's everywhere, you can tip out your mixture onto your board. That's your mixture, that's what it looks like. So it comes together very quickly and easily. And then, get it off the spoon. We just need to knead it together. Now you don't need to knead it much. 5 kneads is probably all you need. Would you like to do some kneading, Hannah? 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is it very yummy?
Yeah, it's very yummy. Do you like it? And that's it. Would you like to knead some? Just take that bit away. You gonna knead it with your hands like Mummy did? You have to give it a good push. Yeah, so then we're going to push it out to make a circle, about a centimetre thick. Sorry, not centimetre thick, about an inch thick, about 2.5 centimetres thick. And when we've done that, it's time to cut it into circles, little circles. So we've got our baking tray that we've already put some greaseproof paper on, and then we can cut it out with circles. Push it down really hard. Well done. And then take it out and it goes onto our baking tray. I've got to say the cutter works a lot better actually if you put the flour on it first. Let's do it again. Super. Let's get that one up. So we're going to carry on cutting out our scones and getting them ready for the oven. Push it down really far. Good girl. And we will see you later. Can you say bye-bye, everybody?
Bye-bye, everybody.
Super.
Wow, how great to see Hannah doing
Wow.
her cooking.
Yeah.
Well, we will come back and see Claire and Hannah later and see how they get on with making their scones.
Yeah.
Very exciting. But Michael, what are we going to next?
Well, I will tell you what we're going to next.
Please
We
do.
are going to Martin and Steph's house to do some sock games.
Ooh.
Hey everybody, What do you think of my juggling skills? Doing well, aren't I? Been practicing. Bye.
Steph! Okay, don't worry about Steph, she's not very good. So, come with me and we're going to show you some other games that you can do with the sock balls. Hello again everybody. Sorry about the silliness with Steph and her juggling. She just can't get the hang of it. How have you guys got on? Okay, well, if you missed it last month, I showed you how to learn to juggle by using some balls made out of socks. And today, what we're going to do is some other games with balls made out of socks. So, if you don't know how to make a ball out of a sock, grab a sock, and then what you do is you kind of roll it up like this, and then when you get to the end where you put your foot in, just tuck it in like this, and make it into like a little ball shape, like that. And then if you have got 3 of them, you can do your juggling. And if you don't know how to juggle, look back at last month's, and then I will teach you how to juggle. So, today, what we thought we would do is some of our favourite games from Big Green Dome Lunch Club. I think one of my favourite games is when we do knock the cans. Everybody seems to love that. So, we haven't got them here, but I was thinking, what could we use instead? Well, if you've got some old yoghurt pots kicking around, you could build a tower out of the yoghurt pots and do knock the cans. You could use the sock balls to throw at them. Or, if you've got some old toilet rolls, try and save them. You could then build a tower out of the toilet rolls. I mean, I was even thinking, literally, we've probably got tins left over from our beans, from our soup. We have some from chickpeas. I've saved them all. And then we could build a tower out of that, and that would be really good. So, 3 things. Have you got yoghurt pots or toilet rolls or cans that you could save and use? What I did was, when I'd saved some toilet rolls, I decided to paint them as well with some old paint we had, just to make them a bit more colourful. And I did the same with the cans. So, cans, toilet rolls, or yoghurt pots with some sock balls, and you could make a really good game of knock the cans. Now, in a minute, I'm going to move the camera and put it in a different place and show you how to play that, if you haven't played that game with us before. But before we do that, what other games could we do with some sock balls? Well, I was thinking we also get through quite a lot of like Coke, lemonade, Fanta in our house. So what could we do with these bottles? I was thinking, I loved last time at Big Green Dome Lunch Club, we played like 10-pin bowling. So if you could save, say 6 of these, you could set them out like a little bowling alley. And you could use the socks as the bowling ball. And if they don't work because the socks are too small or light, I'm sure somewhere in your house you've got either a tennis ball, or some other sort of ball, a foam ball or a football or something like that that you could use. So that would be another great game. Oh, there's one last one as well. Have a word with your mum or your dad or your auntie or your uncle or your carers or anyone that lives with you who's an adult, and ask them, could you use some things from the kitchen to play a target practice game? So like a mug, a different sized bowl, another bowl, and then maybe like some saucepans, and with the sock balls you could line them up and you could throw and see if you could get them in. I'm going to show you that in a minute as well. So we're going to try the knock the cans using our toilet rolls, knock the cans also, but using our tins. We'll do it with the yoghurt pots as well. And then we're going to try the bowling with like Coke bottles or lemonade bottles. Sometimes I put a little bit of water in the bottom just because it makes it a little bit more steady. And then we'll also have a go at target practice using the sock balls into things like saucepans. All right, so I'm just going to move the camera. I'll see you in a minute. I've stacked up the yoghurt pots. Alfie, come out of the way. Come out of the way. That's it. Sit there. Sit, good boy. I've stacked up the yoghurt pots and I'm going to try with the sock balls to see if I can knock them down. Here goes. I've got 3 shots. 1, 2. Ah, not too bad. I'm going to need a few more goes to get those down though. Now I'm going to try the toilet rolls. Right, now I've set up the toilet rolls that I've painted just to make them a bit more fun because of the leftover paint. Again, got 3 sock balls, going to try and get them all down. Oh, terrible. Oh no. Ah, again, think I'm going to need a few more goes. Now for the cans. Okay, 3 sock balls again. Can I get the cans down? Here goes. Ooh. Oh. Ah. Again, I need some more practice at those. Now, what we're going to try is the bowling. So, bowling. Set them up like a kind of a pyramid, like 3, then 2, then 1. Just like when you're at the bowling alley, except then there's another 4 at the back. If you've got enough bottles, you could do that. So you could use your sock balls to roll or to throw and to try and do the 10-pin bowling. Or if you've got a tennis ball, you could try that. Or if you've got a bigger ball, we've got this nice soft ball, you could try that. The bigger the ball, the easier it's going to be. And if it's too far away, bring them closer. If it's too near, push them away. But for the camera, I'm doing it like this. So, here goes. I'm going to try with the socks. Ready? Oh, that's not bad. Here we go. Oh, just a couple left. Ah, pretty good. Now, the last game I'm going to show you is the target practice game. I'm just going to quickly set up now. Okay, so I've set up the pans and the pots and the cup, and I've got 5 things there, and I've got 5 balls. I'm going to try and get some in them. You could do this for points. You could say it's 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4 point, 5 points, or you could just throw them and see how many you can get in. It's just a fun game, remember? Here goes. I'm going to start with the cup at the front. 1 out of 1. Here we go. For the bowl. 2 out of 2. This is pretty good. The silver bowl in the middle. Oh, in and out. I'm going to keep going though. The pan that's near 4 away. Oh, so close. Now, the big pan. This one. Here we go. Come on. Yes! So, I hope you enjoyed some of those game ideas. So we've got knock the cans, or knock the toilet rolls, or knock the yogurt pots. We've got Coke or lemonade bottle bowling, and then we've got target practice using the sock balls and various things from your kitchen. Hope you have a great time. Back to you, Michael and Caroline.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Martin. That was wicked. All
Oh,
those different things that you can do with the sock balls.
And it's just stuff that you have at home.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. I think there's hours of fun there.
Hours.
Absolute hours of fun.
So
Yes.
what's next, Caroline? Where are we going to next?
Well, next we are going to take our turn at some craft activities.
yes,
So
love good
let's
crafts.
head over to Ali to find out more.
What's she making?
She is going to be making medals.
Oh, even
Ooh,
better.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely. Let's go and find out.
Hi, for our craft today, I thought we could have a go at making some medals. I've got one here that I've made. Now, who gets medals? Well, soldiers get medals, don't they? And they wear them on their uniform, like Captain Tom did. You might have seen him going up and down his garden, raising money for the NHS this week. He's 100 this week, but he was in the war a long time ago, and he had medals on his chest. Who else gets medals? Well, sportsmen sometimes get medals. You know, like at the Olympics, they get medals for winning, and they put them on a long cord round their neck, and they're just left hanging, aren't they, rather than have them up on their chest. And the Queen gives medals. She gives medals for different things, but sometimes people get medals for being really good at something, and that's to say, well done. Or somebody might get a medal for trying really hard to encourage them. Or maybe someone's been really kind and done something for someone else, and they can get medals too. It's a way of saying thank you. So that's what I thought we could do today. we could make medals for other people, maybe to say well done because they've done something really good, or to encourage them, or because they've been really kind and done something nice for us, and we can give them a medal to say thank you. So you remember last month we had a scavenger hunt and you had to go around and find lots of different things. Well, before you start your medal making, you're going to need to go around your house and find lots of bits and pieces so that you can use them. Now what I've got here, I've got lots of different bits of ribbon, so you could ask your mum or be looking in the sewing basket. And if you really haven't got any ribbon, sometimes clothes, when you buy them new, they have a special little thing to hang on to the coat hanger, and you could snip these out and have a bit of ribbon. But make sure you ask your mum. I don't want you taking scissors to your mum's best outfits. What else? I've got some beads here. I've got this glitter and I've got this glitter. I've got some little stick-on shapes. These are matchsticks, and you could get ordinary matchsticks and colour them with felt pens, so they would be quite good to use. This is some ribbon. This is quite stiff ribbon. I think this is from sort of flower, when you're doing flower arrangements. Safety pins. You'll need safety pins. And scissors, maybe a pen or a pencil. Some glue. This is the glue in a stick, or you could have other sorts of glue. Whoops, and use it with a spreader. I've got little bits of fabric and some more shiny stick-on things. Tin foil. So that will come in very useful to make a nice shiny one. Or if you've got some old wrapping paper, or maybe up in the loft you've got your Christmas wrapping paper, you could use that. Some felt pens would be good, and maybe some plain white paper as well. So whatever you can find in your house to use, that'd be great. Now the first medal I made this one for my daughter Ellie, because she's really good at making cakes. So I wanted to make her a medal that said, well done for making lots of lovely cakes. So what I did first, I drew a cupcake on some cardboard. I expect you've got some cardboard lying around. If not, you could always use the cardboard from cereal packets. So I drew it out, and then I cut it out, and then I got some wrapping paper. Can't find that one, but it was a big sheet of wrapping paper with butterflies on. And I put that in place and turned it over, and I glued it onto the bottom and wrapped the edges over. You can see I wrapped the edges over like that. It's a bit crooked because I'm doing it quickly, but never mind. And then this ribbon I thought could be the icing. And rather than cut that out, I thought that would be a bit fiddly. So I thought I'd stick that on first, like that. And then I could just cut off the excess afterwards. There we go. And then I stuck one of these little red ones on the top to make the cherry. And then I cut a piece of ribbon. And what you need to do with the ribbon, so you fold it in half, and at the open ends, put some glue at the bottom. So you stick the two bits of ribbon together, and then you need some more ribbon on the back of one of them. And then you can stick, then I stuck the cupcake at the back. And finally, you don't have to, but what you could do, you could cut out another shape. I just did a little bit of felt to go over the back, just to make it neat and tidy, but you don't need to have to do that. And the very last thing I did was I put some glue on the icing, and I used some glitter to make the hundreds and thousands. So let me hold that up for you. that's my finished one. So all I need now is to put a safety pin. If you're quite young, your mum might have to help you with this bit, because safety pins are a bit pointy and a little bit dangerous. You put a pin, and then you can give it to the person that you want to say well done to. It doesn't have to be a cake. If they're really good at driving, you could do a car. If they're good at football, you could do a nice football. You've got to think about what the person's good at to say, and you can say well done by making them a medal. Now, what else have I got? This is the next one I did. Now, I did this one for my granddaughter Lucy. You have a look. Now, last week my daughter sent me a little video of Lucy, and she was doing some maths homework, and she was trying really hard. So I thought it would be nice to do her a medal to say well done for trying, and that will encourage her. So I had some gold card, and I'm not very good at doing stars. So what I did was I cut out 2 triangles, and then you can put the triangles like that, and then you've got a star. You might have to cut a few triangles. You've got to try and get it so that each of the sides are the same length. So a bit of trial and error there. Maybe you haven't got any nice gold card, but you could just cut out an ordinary bit of cardboard, and then you could wrap it in tin foil like that one. Just wrap it round like that. There we go. Either tuck in the edges or cut the edges off, and then you've got a nice shiny one. So you do that to the other one as well, and then you've got a nice shiny silver star. Then, as you can see, I just stuck little hearts and things on mine, and a little L because her name's Lucy. And what I used for the ribbon there, maybe you've got some as well. If some of you had some of those Lindt chocolate bunnies at Easter, I used a bit of ribbon, and the little bell that comes with that. But you might have different things in your house. So that's the one for Lucy. That was the one for Eleanor. Then this one, I rather like this one. My other daughter, Rachel, she's helped me buy lots of little flowers to put in hanging baskets. And I thought I would like to say thank you for all her help. So what I did, I cut out all these petals in felt because I happened to have some felt. You could use a different fabric, or if you haven't got any fabric, you could just make some paper yellow and orange or whatever colour you want and cut out little petals of paper. So these are just little petals out of paper, and then you can stick them, have a round circle of cardboard, stick your little bits of little petals on, and then carry on all the way around, and then put your ribbon up. You find a bit of ribbon, or maybe just a bit of fabric, or whatever you happen to have at home, and then you can fix the ribbon on just like I did before. So you fold it in half, glue the 2 bits together, and then glue the whole thing onto your cardboard, onto the cardboard like that. And then again, I just tidied it up with an extra circle on the top. And then you can give that to the person you want to say thank you to. So it doesn't have to be a flower, it could be a heart, it could be anything you like. Just to give you some more examples, these are a little bit more simple. I had a bit. This is a bit of a Christmas cracker, I think. You might have some sweets with pretty paper on, or again birthday wrapping paper, and you could cut something out, stick it onto the card, put the ribbon on, and there you've got an easy to make medal. This one is even more simple. I just cut a circle of cardboard out, put white paper over the top, and then I wrote on it with felt pen. This one says, "Thank you, postman," because at the moment we're all staying at home, but some people have to go out to work, don't they? And so I thought it might be nice to say thank you to the postman. Or you could make one for the bin men, or maybe there's somebody in your street that's been really kind and has dropped off some shopping for you. This was a silver triangle like we did before, just with tin foil. And I didn't use ribbon here, I just used a bit of material that I had and some matchsticks and did a big K for kind. So I could give that to somebody who's been kind as a thank you. So there we have it. There's lots of different ideas and you can come up with your own idea. And just one thing, if you're going to give it to somebody that doesn't live with you, then what I should do is wait till it's all dry and pop it in a bag, and then you can keep it for a few days until all the bugs have gone, and just in case you've got some bugs, and then you can give it to them after 3 days in the little bag. So I hope you have fun, and I hope you can bless your friends and family by making them a medal to say thank you, or to encourage them, or to say well done.
Well, Ali, thank you so much for showing us how to make those medals. So creative, and so many different ideas, so many different resources and materials you can use that you have. Hopefully everyone would have something of those things at home that they can use to make a medal. I
especially like the one for the postie.
Did you?
We should make one for ours, shouldn't we?
We should. Maybe that's our activity for tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Coming up next, we are going to check in on Claire and Hannah when they're cooking some scones.
Amazing.
Or is it scones? You could decide whilst this is going on.
Hello again, everybody. Hannah, can you say hello?
Hello.
So while you've been gone, we have finished cutting out our scones, and we're just painting them with a bit of milk so that when they go in the oven, they'll go nice and brown. Do it nicely, Hannah, please. Can you paint your scones on your tray, like Mummy? We just paint them with a little bit of milk. Can you paint yours? What have you got in the bowl?
Milk.
Milk, lovely.
Favourite milk.
Favourite milk? Is milk your favourite?
Yeah.
Is it? Can you paint it onto your scones? Good girl. That one's already been painted. You've done that one. Can you do a different one? Good girl. I'm going to help you do some of yours as well. Paint, paint, paint all over them. A little bit more painting. Right.
You do yours.
I've done mine. You've just got one more to do. Should we do it together? Using my brush. So now they're all painted, I'm going to put them in the oven. Do you just put them in the oven?
I'm going to paint one.
Okay, you paint that one then. Let's paint that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely. Right, so we're going to put them in the oven and we'll see you when they are cooked. Can you say bye-bye, everybody? Hannah, can you say bye-bye, everybody? Or are you too busy painting?
Too busy painting.
Okay, well, I'll say bye-bye. I'm going to pop these in the oven now and we'll see you when they're out.
Well, Hannah, I feel you. I am often too busy painting to say goodbye to people.
He often is.
But we will be checking in with Claire and Hannah to see how they've got on cooking the scones/scones. I want to cover my bases. What is next? What are we doing next?
Wow, we are going to be making another craft activity.
Ooh, what is it?
We are making shakers.
Yeah.
So it's like a music activity and a craft activity.
Yeah, carry on.
That was a good look.
Thank you.
We are heading over to the Webb household to get to know how we make some shakers.
Shake.
Hello. So I'm going to show you how to do some craft. We often do craft at the Big Green Dome Lunch Club. And I thought, whilst we're at home, what I like to do at home sometimes is listen to music. But I can't play any musical instruments. but I like to pretend I can and to dance along and shake. Like a shaker, a maraca, whilst I'm listening to music, makes it a lot of fun and makes me think I can play music. So we're going to make some shakers with stuff that you might have lying around at home. What you need to do is something to put something in that'll rattle. So what we're going to do, please ask at home if you can use any of these things. You only need a small amount of rice or pasta or other things in the kitchen like lentils or beans, dried stuff. Even you could use, I've got a few stones from the garden here, and I'll show you how they all make different sizes. Now you need to decide what you're going to put them in. That could be glass jars, it could be plastic pots. If it's really good if you've got plastic pots that have got lids, wash them up really well, but if the lids are there, they fix on really well and then you don't have to worry about sticking things together with sellotape. But if you haven't got any, yogurt pots will do. Stick a paper over the end and pull it down and stick it down really tightly with sellotape to keep the stuff in. And away you go, really. The thing to do is find some things from the house. Here's a really easy one. It's a coffee tin, so the top already fits nicely. And I've got some rice in there. Makes quite a nice sound. If you want a much louder sound, here's a tin can, nicely washed out. And here's some little bits of stones in the garden. And you can see that's a much louder noise. I use the same lid. That's almost so loud you won't be able to hear your music. So, what we're going to do is have a quick go at making a shake you can decorate. And I'm using here a kitchen roll tube. Obviously a smaller one would be a toilet roll tube, or you might even have a really long one like the tube that's inside wrapping paper if you want a really big shaker. What I did was cut a circle that was bigger than the end of the tube, just draw around something that's a little bit bigger. So in this case I drew around this glass jar, cut it out and stick it on, and you just put lots of sellotape on. It doesn't matter how neat it is. I could say bigger so that you've got quite an overlap. And then before you do the other end, you don't want to cut out a circle, but obviously before you stick it on, you are going to decide what you're going to put in it. And you need to fill it first. Also, the sides, you could just decorate with felt pens, but it would be quite good if you took a sheet of paper, measured it up and decorated it first. Once you've done that, you can cut it to the right size and then stick it round and sellotape it on. And then fill it with something, decide what you want. It might be useful, if you've got one of these, to have a funnel, and then you can fill it in. And if we'll go for rice, and then if you want to pour your rice in, and like I said, you don't need very much. That makes a lovely noise, I think. And you need another circle of paper over the top, stick it well down, and after you've done that, wrap around your coloured sheet of paper. And here's one I made earlier, all decorated, all stuck down, lots of sellotape, nice inside, and that's how you can do it. That's fine. So back to Michael and Caroline. See you later.
Amazing. Thank you, Steph. Great ideas there.
Shall I do it again? Just one last time. Shake. All right, no more of that.
No more
of that.
But hopefully you got some great ideas there on how to make a shaker, and you could either made some as you went along, or you can make some later, because you can come back always and have a look at the video and see how any of these activities that we've been doing today are done. So they'll be there for you night and day for you to look at.
Night and day, probably just day, preferably just day.
Just the day. Yeah.
So next we are heading straight over to Lynn, who's going to show us how to make some awesome, incredible This might not be the brand name. Play-Doh.
Hello again, and thanks Caroline and Michael. Now today I'm going to show you how to make some Play-Doh. I made some earlier and I've made them into a train, or a little man, or a bird, but you can make it into anything you like. And what I thought you could do if you wanted to is make up your own little story. So if you've got a camera, maybe you could make like a cartoon strip and make up little bubbles and stories on what they say. Or you could even, if you're feeling really brave, if you've got a video camera, you could actually film little stories with it. Anyway, this is how I'm going to make my Play-Doh. So you need a cup of flour into the bowl, like that. And then you need half a cup of salt. Like so. Into the bowl. And then you need to take 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar. 1, 2. So now you've got all your dry ingredients in there, in your bowl like that. Now we need to work on the wet ones. So first of all, we need to take half a cup of boiling water, and it does need to be boiling. And into that, you need to put half a tablespoon of oil and some food colouring, whichever colour you choose to do. So here's mine, half a cup of boiling water. Now don't do this at home because you might burn yourself. And into that, I'm going to add my bit of oil and my food colouring, which I've chosen red. You can choose whichever colour you like, or you might choose just to make it normal colour. Now this is the tricky part. Put the water into here. Now just put it a bit at a time, because I found before that it got a bit too wet. So if you just put a bit at a time and mix it thoroughly. I'm going to need a little bit more. And you can see how it's coming together, a bit like a dough. And we'll just finish it off. Now, this is the part where you need to get your hands a little bit dirty. If it's too wet, just try adding a bit more flour. If it's too dry, just try adding a bit more water. And then you just need to knead it like this. I'm going to do it on here so you can see what I'm doing. If you just knead it like that, pressing it into the middle until it gets the right sort of consistency. Coming. It's nice and stretchy. And there you have your Play-Doh ready to be used and ready to be made into little animals or little trains or whatever it is that you fancy making your story about. Well, happy storytelling and have fun with your Play-Doh. Thank you very much. Now back to the studio.
Well, that Play-Doh was awesome.
Oh,
wasn't it?
yeah.
So there you go.
I was just going to say, Play-Doh is I just love Play-Doh.
So good.
And making Play-Doh is always great fun. Anything where you get your hands in as part of making it is
I like
great
the
fun.
little figurines she had that she'd made. They're very creative.
Indeed.
So, what is next?
Well, it has come to our final activity for Lunch Club today.
Oh,
I
I'm having so
know.
much fun.
Me too.
Should we just do it again? Should we just go around again? Just
Do all the activities all
just
over
go and do it
again?
again. Yeah, let's just do that.
Well, but the beauty is, Michael, these guys can do that. They can go right back to the beginning, watch it all over again.
Lucky you.
Lucky you
Right, where are we
indeed.
going?
We are going back to Claire and Hannah to finally see how those scones came along.
Or is it scones?
Or is it? Who knows?
Who knows? Right, over to them.
Hello again, everybody. Can you say hello?
Hello.
So, since you've been gone, our scones have been in the oven for 20 minutes. Hannah has done a painting. which is beautiful. And now we're going to see whether they taste any good, aren't we? So, shall we crack it open? Yum, yum, look at that. Would you like some butter on it?
No, I want to have a knife
You want the knife, okay?
to spread.
To spread the butter.
Should I do it?
You can do it.
I want to have that on there.
Okay, you're going to spread the butter then. Super.
Yeah.
You don't eat the butter with your fingers, you need to eat the butter with your knife. Shall I put some on yours? Okay. Then, would you like some clotted cream? So we've got some yummy clotted cream, which we can put on. Oh. Hannah, stop eating the butter. Do you want clotted cream on your other one as well? Hannah? Would you like clotted cream on this one as well? That's going to be jam. Would you like some jam on your scone too? I'm going to spoon the jam, lovely.
Your one.
Do you want some? Thank you.
I'm scraping it on your one.
Thank you. Would you like some jam on yours? Lovely. Yeah, Daddy can have some as well, can't he?
On this one.
You put some jam on yours. You've got all the cream in the jam. I'll have to sort that out later. I'll sort that out. Okay. Alright, let's pop that one back for now.
Daddy's eating that one.
There we go. We've got our scones with jam and cream. Yum, yum. I'm going to try them. They're tasty.
We made a sandwich.
Okay. What do you think? Is it yummy? Take a big bite. Take a big bite. Do you like it? Right, we're going to enjoy the rest of our scones now. So shall we say bye-bye to everybody?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, those scones looked so tasty. Although I was a little bit disturbed that Hannah was eating it as a sandwich.
But she does have the same look on her face when she's eating that I do.
Slightly zoned
for sure.
out
Yeah.
or focusing on eating. Yeah.
They did look. They look delicious. So I hope you guys are going to have the time to make some of those. I think we might have a go at making some of those because they do look delicious.
Do love a good scone.
Yeah.
Well, that is all we have time for this Big Green Dome Lunch Club live.
That's really sad. But Michael, where can people go if they want to find out a little bit more about Lunch Club and what might be happening in the future with Lunch Club?
Okay, get your clicking fingers ready. Okay,
clicking fingers. I'll click with this hand. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Did it work? No, it didn't work. All right, let's try again.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. No, it didn't work. Okay.
Okay.
Try, what? Really try this time.
I really try.
Can you guys at home? Can you click with us as well? Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ah, there it is. Can
that's
you
what
see?
we were looking
right
for.
down here. Right down here. I can't quite figure out where it is. This web link that you can see. That's where you need to go to, and we'll be providing loads of information. What else?
lots of updates, anything that you might want to know about how Big Green Dome Lunch Club is going to be running in the future.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for this Big Green Dome Lunch Club live. Thank you so much to everyone for helping us to put this on. So that is the Webbs, that is Lynn, that is Claire and Hannah, that is Paul and Ali. Thank you so much for your help and bringing all these wonderful activities.
Absolutely.
Anything else I need to say?
I don't think there's anything else to say. It's just thank you very much for watching. We hope you had fun and we'll see you soon.
Bye.